Welcome back, ladies and gents. The weather's taken a turn, but we're heading through the gates, overshadowed by this interesting structure. So let's go.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another challenge.
We got blindsided by this dude. Oh, goodness. Right, we need to get up here. Look at the state of him.
It's not over.
Well, the good thing about him, I imagine he can't get two swings in. Because of his heavy blade. Oh. Oof. Using that focus to advantage.
He can defend himself. Keep going.
It's hoping to. Oh! Oh! Luckily, what it does do is allow us to hit them both if they're in the same area.
Finish this. Finish this. End it. Behind you.
Okay, I'm going to use this focus to our advantage. Oh, come on, I want this guy. Nice. But we've got to use the melee to get through his sword.
You're winning.
Using the focus. Nice! Oh god, that big brute at the beginning was alright, wasn't he? Goodness me, my brain from concentration is going. I don't usually, you may not know this already, but I don't usually play games with this level of hardcore combat. I think this is harder than God of War, I think, in terms of the combat. It feels heavy, it feels immersive, you've got to really concentrate. The enemies are on you and they're dangerous, and the threat of death is even more finite. It really does strip everything back and just focuses on this combat, which is great. It doesn't change too much. It's sort of, I thought it was great when it brought in this focus at intermittent times. But yeah, I'm just about keeping my head above water, but I do feel like I'm out of my depth sometimes. Just from the type of games I play, like Assassin's Creed, combat's easy. Horizon Zero Dawn, the combat's forgiving because you can enter these situations and then you can run away. Same with The Last of Us, you can run away. These you can't run away. You're in it, you've got to concentrate, every swipe, you've got to stay clear, and there's only so many times you can get hit.
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name, she will ask your lineage, she will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to hell to join her slain love Sigurd, and is challenged by the giantess.
Brynhild, that's a name I've heard before. Okay, we got R, S and X. Goodness me. Is that...
The journey to Helheim is never a straight one. Each
one
must
there.
find their own path. A Align yourself to its secrets, and you will find yours.
Okay, there's an X somewhere around here. Somewhere around here is an X. Do I like these? I do, but I don't like how stupid I feel when I can't see it. You must be crying out. There it is! It's there! I can't see it. It's maybe something to do with my perspective and how I see things. This might work if I do this. Okay. Here we go. There we are. I'm not wrong, am I? There we go, there's one. So, we've got a zigzaggy affair, which I think we saw here. It needs to give us a clue. Can we go down? Yes, we can. We can see things from this perspective. Yeah. Tell me to focus. Focus on what? Right, I can go up those stairs. Interestingly. Is that what it was trying to tell me? About getting in here? No. Okay, here we are. It wants to tell me about an S. Zigzaggy S. Oh God, I'm so confused here. Aha! Got you. Now what we got? It's like a diamond. Like a diamond shape. Here we go. There we are, all three. That was easier than I'd anticipated. It's just the first couple were tricky. Back down we go and through the gate. Look at this atmosphere though, isn't it great? The weather, the lighting, the wind mechanics, the setting. It's all manner of creepy. No? Where are we going? Over here. So it says we're meeting a woman. We've got to talk about our lineage. It's like a gatekeeper. That's interesting. There's so much in here that I will miss.
It's opening.
And what do we got? What do we got?
It's coming. That song again.
Is it?
It's Hella.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
What in the world?
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
How can we fight that? Man.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
Telling me.
Fail the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
Alright, Gollum.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
Goodness me, that's the pessimism that we give ourselves, isn't it? That's the fear.
If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost.
Where's our sword going to come from now then?
Come on. There.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. It's real. Listen to it. She can
Don't give up.
Did it's
Not like this.
It's not real. It is real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead.
Who are you?
Do you still believe in yourself?
No, it's not. It's a trick. She knows he's here. It's a trick. He's already dead. He knows it. He can't be here. It's impossible.
Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind.
No, he's here.
It's in your mind.
It's real.
Man,
Go towards it.
I don't know how you're listening to this, whether it's on headphones or through speakers, but I'm on headphones, and it's startling the immersion you get from this inner monologue of divisive language that's going on in Senua's head, and we're part of it. It's unreal. Hopefully it's coming out in the way I record it. I'm recording it stereo, so hopefully you're experiencing it too, again with my context over the top of it, or in the gaps anyway. So we can go through there, but we've also got down here. Do you think we'll find a bit of lore? If we have a look? No. No. We will not. Got to go towards the lights. So we're thinking it's a trick. This is Dillian.
There it is. It's Dillian. He's gone. You were so slow. How could you? Keep going. How could you? Keep going. Ignore the pain. I told you it was the trick. You. We told you. Where are you going? Oh. See, there's nothing to follow. Come on.
Straight through these Viking ships. We're in the fjords of hell.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father, Zinbel, made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
You're getting stronger.
So Zinbel, her father was perhaps overprotective, and she was overbeared. A timid child that was left to be reclusive. So they perhaps aided in their mental health issues, being inadequate parents, or her father did anyway. The mother sounded a bit more together, even though she was afflicted.
It's already disappeared.
Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
There's a tree.
There he was. The lone figure of a boy.
He's there. Under the tree.
Swordplay under the shade of a tree.
You have to.
She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes,
He's there.
he moved as if dancing,
You can see him.
and the world danced with him.
Dillian, go.
The gloom lifted, and for the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
Okay, a bit more lore there. If we get too far away, it kind of peters out. But I've also I've theorised certain things that are going to happen, like the 2 more gatekeepers. But I'm not sure. It's a slightly different situation now. We're kind of going on more of an expansive journey. But Senua is hurt. And I've also theorised that we get more voices in our heads come along, but we have truth, and we have sort of our narrator, and we haven't seen another one yet. I assume there'd be one voice in her head per trial that we did, but that's not happened. It's not as formulaic as that, which I like. So I don't know what to expect next, to tell you the truth. We know our ultimate aim, which is to defeat Hela, or at least beg her for some semblance of our lover back. Lover, husband, boyfriend. Don't know how she terms it. I would like to enact something, but it's not let a guess. Is it going to tell us something? Give us a key or a... No. So that's the sword in the tree that Odin put there. Okay, maybe there is something, some mechanic that I'm not understanding. I'm going to have a look along the edge here just to see what's what. I think we might have to go back though. No. I'm just going to try and go in here again. We'll suffer the same fate. Okay, game. What do you require of me?
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
Find the next rune to hear more. So we can go over here. I've got a Death Stranding vibe as well for some reason. It's just the on the beach. Luckily we're not carrying anything there. We've only got a head instead of 180 kilos of pizza and beer. Right, what's this way? Is this a way we could have come, or is this a sort of a passage that we didn't have access to? No, it's not a way we could have come. So what purpose is this? Is it a... Here we go, it's a bit of lore.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund
come that way.
holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
Right, can you explain to me? Be you have the answer or just theorising? In any third-person game, it won't let you look straight in the eyes of your protagonist when you turn round. The head always turns round. Why is that? Is there a reason? Because I've never known it. Do tell, do tell. The seaweed hanging from up there. It's quite 2D though, isn't it? We're not able to look up at it. It was fairly 3D.
Today, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
Where are we going?
No, it's a trick. It's an illusion. It's not
Well,
real.
the-
Do you really?
You want to believe it's real, but it's a trick.
Goodness.
You're deluded. Where are you going?
Where is she going?
What is she for?
Senua's reached a moment of
Fine. It's just deception.
How does he so
Joy.
effortlessly court the world and bliss?
she's come out of her
If only she could do the same.
trough.
See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
This is a nice moment, isn't it? We're in the fields and the spring, representative of finding a moment of light. Maybe Dillian was that light. It talks about dance in the sun like he does. Maybe he was a positive person in her life, and she drew strength from him. Maybe that's why her promise to him is so... They're quite 2D, aren't they? It's so strong because of what Dillian has given to her. It's really keeping us on this path. So this is the tree.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who is supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
You killed him.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel it.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up!
Fighting back against the voices.
Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, man. I promise.
Goodness me, that black rot is higher than I remember. That is creeping devilishly high. So I'm also reminded.
Do you see him? You want to believe it. Is he not real? Is he there? You're alone in these mountains. Is that there? Nothing lives here. You won't survive.
Sorry, I'm also reminded of a story I heard about the production. Sorry to break us out of the spell, but the actress mocapped and maybe even voiced Senua was merely a stand-in while they were testing. She was an editor within Ninja Theory or some kind of post-production person, and she's put in such a thrilling performance for them that they couldn't see anyone else that could do the role as good as she did. So they went with it. So she found a new career path overnight. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool being an editor, but she had an even she's got a bit more variety now, and she knew full well that her job was safe. They're not going to get rid of her. She can stick her feet up now. Just turn up for the mocap and the VO sessions. They're not going to sack her. They're too important to the franchise. I'm sure she doesn't. I'm sure she's got a fabulous work ethic.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. But luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
So, as we go through this, each sort of section is themed along the lines of the Norse mythology. It is so complex that I can't get a handle on all of it. But we're hearing familiar names like Odin and Sigmund, and that I do recognise some of the tales, but I'm not able to see them to see the representations as well as I could. Right, let's go over here first and get this lore. Because I find the mythology so complex that I can't get a handle on it. But I'm certainly vibing with Senua's plight in terms of her mental health.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out, so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
And punctuated with those stories is a messages to Senua sometimes. Strike the vengeance from your heart. But I think any price that there is at the moment, she's come too far to not pay it. This is the sword.
A sword. Take it. Dillian left it for you. Take it. Take it. Take it. Don't take it.
Imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one
Goodness
for
me.
each shard. The roots of the tree of death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shard.
Go to the shards.
What's the shard? Find it.
It's the metal runestones.
So we've got
Find it.
different shards
The runes.
that represent different trials.
Go to the shard. Find the shard.
Let's try this one first. I don't know how many there are, but it's going to take us to different lands. So I wonder if it's as complex as the last two giants we had. Because if there's more than two, that is quite a hefty amount. And then we can grab the sword,
Focus.
and then maybe we can sort of defeat Hela.
Look.
Get closer.
What can you see? Go to it. It's not safe.
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn, and it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place. Where are we? Where is she?
It feels wrong. Where are we now? Burial mound.
Okay, we can go either all the way along those beach. Over here.
Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death, because we have no answer for it. But when it comes and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
I can feel the dead in the air. You can feel the dead. Why would Dillian do
Kind of a hobbit house, isn't it?
Why would he do something so dangerous? Don't go in there. Go in. You have to go in. Take the torch. It's too dark. Take it. This will help you. Careful. You have to be able to see.
Oh my word.
Who's there?
This is the type of
Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
situation that I don't like. Only seeing a meter in front of our face, deathly squeals about the place. Can we do that? Can we like that? Yes, we can.
He's gone. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? How did he is? There he is. Dillian, there he is. Finally.
You found him. What's wrong? What happened? Can you hear me? Just wait there. I'll find you.
What's happened to him?
Okay. We've got the roots from beneath the ground, but how are we getting in here? Is there anything else to light? Is there anything else back here to light? Let's have a look. Oh my word. Ah, a way we didn't understand.
I'll find him.
There's two ways here, right or left. My first instinct was right, so I'm doing it.
Nothing. Was that voices? Is that his voice or the voice? Don't touch the walls. You don't know what they might do.
Turn back.
She has to keep going.
It's not safe here.
She has to keep going.
If you go down there,
Uh,
no one can save you.
It's too scary.
I'm going down here, because that lamp is lit.
I can hear him.
Some law.
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Herver, the daughter of a berserker, born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
Find him.
Right, well we after a sword. And this might give us a shard. I thought I heard him down here, so this is where we're going to go. Look at that.
Find another way. It's not working. You have to use your mind. Where can you go? You're failing. Find another way. Think. Focus.
Okay, we'll go this way then.
Where's he gone? He's disappeared. You let him slip through your fingers once again. Think clearly. You have to find another way. There has to be another way.
Ah. We've kind of...
Recognize it. Don't doubt yourself. You'll never find it. She doesn't recognize it. Yes, you do. You know where you are. She doesn't. Listen for his voice. Listen. Dillian, where are you? Listen for his voice. Dillian. She can't hear it.
I think it's this way.
Does everything look the same? Looks the same. Something's different. Look for clues. What is it? It's not
Here we go.
It's not him. We told you. We told you it was a trick.
Man, this is so weird. this way? I'm trying to go for the loudest voices, but it's really hard to discern. Do we go the opposite way to the light, or are we following the voice? This is I'm not understanding this in the slightest. Okay, we've hit a point with no lamp. And that way's got blocked, so we'll head this way.
That voice doesn't sound like Dillian. What's happening? It's not him, it can't be.
What's that sound? The voice is changing.
What? That's not Dillian.
That doesn't sound like Dillian.
It sounds like something more.
Herver disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist. The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
Okay, we can't. We seem to be going back because we're blocked here. I'm really happy that we've seen another lore point, but a lore rune. But I am completely unsure how this is working. Following the voice. That torch lit.
Help you see.
Have we been here before? That's the lore rune again, isn't it? We've done that one, right?
Herver disguises herself as a man to join a
No,
band
we
of
haven't.
warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They
No,
say
we have
that
seen that.
evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds.
Been there.
And all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist.
Screams are louder here. This is just harrowing. We like this one? No. Well, this is new, this is different, this is nice. But a dead end. Oh no! Oh no, it isn't. I'm glad we're making some progress.
He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him.
Right, there's this way, which is blocked. And this way, which is not, but
It's not Dillian.
starting to get blurred vision. Oh, hell's fire. Well, you can't get more ominous than that, can you? I'll have a little look around here.
Dillian wants me to face my fears.
Escaped. I've certainly faced my fears in that dark, dank dungeon.
Father? I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through.
No, Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
The chief and son.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal?
Yes.
I know that voice.
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you,
No!
they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
You will not defy the gods. Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
Oh my word.
I am leaving!
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
Good for you, Senua. Right, that's one trial. It was a fear that we had to stand up to.
You did it,
And
but there's more. Going.
rather than stay clear of the darkness, we had to face it head on. And that darkness, that
It's going to be easy.
hold that something had on us, was actually our father's...
It's too much.
What's the word? Overbearing, protective control. And that's the fear that she stood up to, that she perhaps gave into all her life. She's now old enough to stand up to her father, and she's done it. Goodness me, well, I'm wiped. Absolutely wiped. This game is taking so much out of me. I long for a nice, easy, thoughtless game. Alright, we'll leave it here for now, and then in the next episode we'll carry on. We've got at least one more shard. I imagine we've got more. Let's go up to the top of here, see what we can see. Yeah, there's at least 2 more. So we'll engage with those in the next episode. Thanks ever so much for joining me on these. It's a great game. Thanks for the recommendation, Anton. In the comments, say hello. See you on the next one.